Hi, I'm here with Allyson Krychek from Guaranteed Rate. And Allyson, I want to ask you a question that I often hear. Say there is a family, a young family, and they're thinking about buying a larger home, but they need to sell their first home or their condo in order to move forward. I know that financing is a little bit different than the typical rent to purchase financing. So could you talk to us a little bit about how they do that, and is there a way to do that that is somewhat easy and stress-free for these buyers who are very fearful of not being able to sell their primary home in time to purchase their new home?
It's tricky, and I can't say it's easy, and I can't say it's stress-free. I wish I could, but we do have alternatives because it is hard. If especially in a seller's market like we're seeing, if you have a buyer that wants the house but they have to sell something, but they don't want to sell something and be homeless if they don't find the right house that comes on or they don't get their offer accepted on it. So it is something that for the last 18 months, as we've seen a very strong seller's market here in Boston, we've had to get kind of creative with that. So we do have some different options for what we call transitional financing, in that we set up a mortgage, and this is both for people who are moving up and also for people who are moving down. They've maybe had their big house that they've raised their family in, they're ready to downsize, they want a simpler life, they don't want the maintenance, but they have all this equity in a home, and they're going to eventually use that and just, they don't want a mortgage at all. But they maybe don't want to have to sell in order to buy. So either way, whether you're going up the ladder, you're going down, we deal with this daily. So if someone wants to buy without selling their home, we have to be able to qualify in them carrying the housing expense on both properties. So if it's someone downsizing and they don't have a mortgage, we're going to look at their taxes. If it's a single family home, we're going to look at their home insurance. And then we're also going to look at what their payment would be on the new mortgage on the new property. If it's a condo, we'll also take into consideration the condo fee that they'll have. And they have to be able to qualify carrying both properties on their income. And usually if that's the case and they can, we can set up a mortgage on the new property with no points, no closing costs, no prepayment penalties. So all they're going to have to pay is the interest from the time that they buy the new home to the day that they sell their current property and have the equity and the proceeds from the sale to pay that off or pay that down. And so we'll do that all the time. Now, a lot of times we'll do that on like a 5-year ARM because those rates are lower than a 30-year fixed, and they don't want a 30-year fixed, so they're not going to keep it anyway. So our job is to try to work with people to get that payment the lowest that it can be. But more importantly, if it's a very short-term loan, we want to make sure there's no closing costs for them.
Great.
Now, going up, they also have to be able to carry the principal, interest, taxes, and insurance on their current home as well as the new home. And a lot of times going up, you need the equity from that first home for the down payment on the second. So what we try to do is work with those owners before they even look, when they call to get pre-approved, if they have a lot of equity in that first home that they're going to use for the down payment. Before they list that property, we'll have them set up an equity line of credit or a home equity loan so that they have like a checkbook available to them with the equity in their home that they can use that then for the down payment when they have to sign the purchase and sale for the new property. So there's a lot of ways to do it. You can also get a bridge loan. Those are popular. They're also very expensive. If I sold them, I think the managers at my company would be very happy because they're very profitable. But I really don't feel that those are the best, most efficient way for people to get short-term money. So we try to get a little more creative because at the end of the day, our goal is to get them in the home that they want at the absolute least cost. So we try to kind of get creative with different ways that we offer that to them.
Well, that's great. So there are options out there, and there are even more in the case of people who actually sell their homes, take a rental to purchase after at that point. So there are many options out there, but that's certainly a great one, and I appreciate you.
You're welcome.